recommends the grant of amnesty to petitioning groups in their application for chapter chartering in Alpha Phi Omega. So if we would look at the body of the recommendation, we are still awaiting po kasi the publication of the corresponding approving BR. Although meron na po siyang BR, I think, yun na nga, because it was actually approved during the BOT. Let us just look through the provision, the contents of our COME resolution, ano. So this is actually in accordance with the provisions in our bylaw, which details the procedure for recognition of petitioning groups into chartered chapters. Now we have the COME, based on the records that are in our files, we found out that there are actually 100, ilan yon, Sis Excel? 160.
166.
There are currently around 160 petitioning groups that were already issued petitioning codes over the past 10 years. However, nahihirapan po silang kumplitohin yung 15 na requirements ng currently enrolled members for recognition. Okay? So we recommended to the board that instead of requiring the 15, kasi nga ang dami-dami po more than a decade na, hanggang ngayon petitioning pa rin sila. Dahil nga although nga, the reason why we came up with this is because kung alam po ninyo, for the information of those who are not aware, doon sa ating proposed bylaws, binago na rin po itong requirement na to. Ginawa na lang po yata nilang 7 enrolled collegiate members as requirement for recognition. Considering po na medyo hindi pa natin alam kung kailan talaga mareratify itong ating proposed amended bylaws, nilabas na lang po namin na itong ating amnesty, dahil po the bylaws will necessarily apply to those who will be applying for recognition after the ratification of the bylaws, di ba? So ito po, this will be applicable to all collegiate petitioning groups na meron ng petitioning code at hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa nare-recognize. Okay? So, ano po ang magiging requirement? Sis Excel, can you please show us ito po. So this will be the requirement now for the amnesty. Magfa-file po kayo ng application for amnesty, and it has to be, you have to show na meron kung 7 na enrolled na estudyante doon sa petitioning group na yan, from any accredited higher education institution na meron na pong petitioning code. And to complete the 15 required members, the application will be supported by alumni members of that school. Okay? Yung mga alumni na initiated doon sa school na yon at graduate na sila, mag-submit lang po sila ng transcript of records or diploma na sila ay graduate doon sa school na yon. So the alumni members supporting the petition must submit authenticated copies of their diploma na graduate sila doon sa school na yon, at nung pag-graduate nila, petitioning group pa rin sila, or their official transcript of records to show na nag-aral talaga sila doon at doon sila na-initiate while they were enrolled in that school. Okay? So kung hindi sila graduate, okay, pero doon sila nag-aral, yung transcript nila, ipakita nila na at the time they became APO members, at the time they were initiated, enrolled sila doon sa school na yon, as proof of their academic completion with the tertiary educational institution for the diploma, or as proof na doon sila nag-aral noong sila ay pumasok sa APO. Okay? So, meron pa bang additional dyan, Sis Excel, sa baba? Wala na. Is that all, Sis Excel?
Yes, sis.
Okay. So, basically, yan po ang magiging amnesty natin. Mag-a-apply po kayo ng amnesty, and the amnesty the application for amnesty should be filed with the COME on or before the end of the year. That is before December 30, 2024. Kailangan po masubmit na ninyo ang inyong application for amnesty before the year ends. Now, as to the submission of the requirements, nandoon yan sis Excel sa baba. Yung baba na sa baba nung ating COME resolution. May whereas clause doon. Please show it to them.
I-share ko lang.
The requirements for the application will have to be submitted together with the application for amnesty on or before March 2. Sa amin po ninyo yan isasubmit sa COME, isisi po ninyo si NED. Okay? Oh, that's it. So, the amnesty will apply exclusively to all petitioning groups with pending petitions for recognition na meron na silang petitioning code, and provided the petitioning codes were granted and they have to submit the application before December 30, 2024, and provided they complete all the requirements necessary for formal recognition as prescribed by the Committee on Membership. Lahat po ng mga requirements doon sa guidelines natin for recognition as is. Yun pa rin. Kailangang makumpleto ninyo yun except for the number of members na enrolled, di ba? So 7 members enrolled and 8 alumni members to support the application. All requirements should be in before March 2, 2025. Ang aming pong projection nito, dahil meron po tayong NEC-BOT sa April, doon po namin isasubmit sa kanila lahat ng mga applications for amnesty for the approval of the BOT. Yun po. So if you have any questions, Brad Sherwin.
Thank you, Sis Judge. Yes, we have one question from Sis Zam Sabas. Go ahead, Sis.
Thank you so much po for acknowledging. Let me just clarify for the amnesty of chapter, although meron na po kaming chapter no, pero just to clarify lang. For the members na magiging member for the enrolled, fraternity lang po ba ito or considered pati yung sorority? For the 7 members po na enrolled.
Kung fraternity po. Kung sorority. Kasi po separate ang charter ng fraternity at ng sorority.
Thank you po. And although this was not discussed, pero it's up to your decision po, Chair, kung i-consider nyo, i-park nyo muna tong question ko. Kasi ito, yung question ko is for the amnesty of sorority. So, with regards to amnesty po ng sorority members, para po doon sa maka-apply kami for recognition, kasi meron na po kaming chapter, although we are not recognized as sorority. So, para po makapag apply kami for recognition, ilan po ang dapat na naka-enrolled?
7.
7 pa rin po, kahit na meron na kaming chapter. Sorority recognition na lang po.
Sorority nga po. Kasi iba po ang charter ng fraternity at ng sorority. So kailangan, meron kayong 7 sorority na
Yung kalaban ni Mama.
at 8 na Brad Japong, let's mute your audio. At 8 na alumni na graduate na po or nag-aral doon sa inyo.
Okay, got it. So medyo na-cut po kasi may nagsalita. So para po doon sa mga kailangan 7 enrolled talaga and then 8.
Yes.
Kasi po doon sa board resolution po series of 2016 as of May 21 po, ang as long daw po as na-complete yung 15 chartered members. Kaya clarify ko lang siya kung nabago po ba.
Iba naman po kasi yung chartered members ng chapter mismo. We are talking about
Yes
your
po.
sorority.
Most of our
sorority po.
sororities po kasi ngayon, Chair, is already alumni. And then meron din po kaming resident. So doon kasi sa nabasa naming board resolution, as long as na-complete po yung 15 chartered members, pwede na po kami maka-apply for amnesty, and at the same time, mag-send po kami ng letter of intent. So, clarify ko lang po yun.
Yan yung separate amnesty for sorority, di ba?
Yes
Sis
po.
Excel?
Yes,
Sis
sis.
Excel.
Kaya nga tatanungin ko sana sa kanya kung anong chapter. Baka kasi ang sinasabi niya is yung sorority with amnesty. Pero sa kanya na din nanggaling yung BR na ang a-applyan nila ay sorority with amnesty. So sa sorority with amnesty, hindi na kailangan enrolled yung lahat ng charter member.
Did you hear that, Sis Sam?
Yes po. Pero mahina po kasi. So, no need na po na enrolled, no? Kailangan lang po na complete namin yung 15 chartered members with updated IDs. Hello po?
Yes, sis. Yes,
Sis Excel?
yes, sis.
Yes, sis.
Okay, thank you so much po sa clarification.
Thank
Yun lang
you.
po. Thank you po.
This is moving on. RD Jansen, you're recognized. RD Jansen Lim. May tanong po ba?
There is one Brad Magno who is raising his hand. Brad
Yes, Brad.
Magno.
Brad Magno, you are recognized.
Hello, Chair. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Clarification lang regarding dun sa tanong kanina ni Sis, kasi halos same yung sitwasyon namin sa Nusay. Ako yung organizer kasi. Recognize is yung frat, yung soro yung hindi. So, provisional sila. Nalito lang ako dun sa follow-up question na 15 na sorority na updated ID. So, hindi kailangan enrolled. Pwede na mag-petition. Ang alam kasi sa 2003 pa ba, na-recognize na eh. Ganun yung requirements. Ang pagkakaintindi ko po, basta petitioner ka ngayon, at least may 7 na residents enrolled, and pampuno yung at least 8 na alumni. So, paklaro lang po. Salamat.
Brad, if you are not covered with this sorority with amnesty, ito ang susundin natin. Itong amnesty na 7 enrolled, then 8.
Hello, sis, hindi marinig.
Yan bro, okay na?
Sige po, lakasan ko na lang din yung ko.
Okay bro, so if you are not covered with the sorority with amnesty, yung mga fraternity nila ay recognized before 2003, ang susundin na amnesty ay itong pinresent ngayon. Yung 7 enrolled plus 8 na alumni.
Okay. So, yun pala yun. Sige. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad Magno. Brad Tito, you are recognized.
Thank you again, Brother Agbuan, Brad Sherwin. Follow-up question ko lang po regards to the amnesty. Yung petitioners na nag-a-apply na po for petitioning, kailangan pa po ba na mag-apply sila for a petition or for an amnesty, or automatically, since wala pa silang code pero nag-a-apply na, then automatically ba mabibigyan agad sila ng amnesty, or kailangan pa i-apply pa nila ang amnesty?
Brad, this amnesty will be applicable to our petitioning groups na meron ng petitioning code. So kung wala ka pang petitioning code, hindi ka pa po qualified for the amnesty. Pero kung mabibigyan kayo ng petitioning code before the deadline, pwede kayong pumasok. Pwede kayong mag-qualify.
Thank you po, Sister.
Thank you, Brad Tito. Sis Sol Federico, you are recognized po, sis. Go ahead.
Thank you, Attorney Sherwin. Sis Excel, sis clarification lang kasi medyo nalito ako. Okay, so kung ikaw ay isang sorority chapter na sakop ng amnesty, yung before 2003, walang requirement na dapat yung 15 ID holders may collegiate. Is that correct?
Dapat may isa si Grand Lady Chancellor.
Okay. So, okay, that clear. So, wala na akong follow-up question
Then
kasi
the other members hindi na kailangan.
pero dito sa amnesty, mag-a-apply na yung 7 na collegiate and then 8 alumni members, right?
Yes, sis. Bali
Okay.
maglalabas kami within the week the list ng mga nung mga sorority petitioning chapters na sakop ng Amnesty, yung before 2003 kasi may mga yung last DY na list ni Sis Christie, may mga sorority chapters na doon na recognize. So mag-update tayo ng list
Okay.
next week pala, next week.
Okay, sis, thank you. Medyo nalito ako kanina sa mga sagot. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Sol. Brad R.D. Johnson is back. Can you hear us, Brad Johnson? Go ahead for your question. Okay.
Hindi. Brother Sherwin, i-clarify ko na hanggat lambda something yun. And as far as I'm concerned po, no, ang alam po namin policy sa NCAR officer po, wala po kailangan naka-enroll. Paperworks lang po ang gagamitin doon. Doon sa one chartered policy na panahon po ni Brad Rowe as a board member. Siya po kasi ang author niyan na nag-propose nung one charter policy. Kung di ako po nagkakamali, hanggat lambda zeta yata po yung chapter. After nyon, hindi na po kasama siya sa amnesty during that time po. Yun lang po, Brother Sherwin.
Thanks for the input, Brad R.D. Johnson. Let's proceed to Brad Ben Niebres. Brad Ben, go ahead po.
Hi, good morning, brother and sisters. Clarify ko lang kasi sa case namin as petitioning, di pa namin kumpleto yung chartered member, both fraternity and sorority. Are we covered by by that amnesty, or do we need to complete those chartered member first?
Hi, Brad. Actually, Brad, as I've mentioned earlier po, kailangan pa rin ninyong i-comply lahat ng requirements for petitioning. Ang covered lang po ng amnesty is yung requirement na instead of 15 members yung enrolled, gagawin na lang, papayag po tayo na 7 yung enrolled, at to complete the 15 ay yung alumni. But as to the other requirements, yun pa rin po, you will still have to comply with the requirements under the guidelines for recognition po.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Brad Ben. Sis Judge, there's a phone-in question sa akin who doesn't want to be recognized. Just to re-emphasize yung at least 7 enrolled students. So does that mean that if more than 7 yung residente nila, enrolled students, then that would still pasok pa din siya dito sa requirements ng number of chartered members for the amnesty?
That would be better nga, 'di ba? Kasi at least, when you say at least, that would mean that is the minimum number required for the enrolled members.
Thank you for clarifying, Sis Judge. So at least 7. So if more than 7, the better. Okay. I saw a hand raise earlier kay Sis Jamaica. Parang nawala na.
Sis Excel is flashing on the screen the requirements for recognition of a collegiate chapter. So doon sa question kanina ni Brad Ben, ito pa rin po, the same pa rin yung mga requirements na dapat ninyong kumpletuhin for purposes of recognition. Yung nakalista po dyan, kailangan pa rin ninyong kumpletuhin yan.
There's a question in the chat box po, Sis Judge, from Sis Mercy Cruz. I think it's expressly provided in the issuance, no? Kailan daw po yung deadline ng amnesty, Madam Chair?
You have to yung December 30, 2024 na deadline is dapat before that date meron na kayong petitioning code. Kaya nga na-mention ko kanina, yung mga wala pa, kung pending na yung inyong application at nabigyan kayo ng petitioning code within the year, pwede pa kayong mag-submit ng requirements until March 2, 2025. So the deadline for the submission of the application for amnesty is March 2, 2025. Dapat kumpleto na po yung mga requirements ninyo.
Thank you, sis. Sis Judge. Question from Sis Fujiko. Go ahead po, sis.
Hello po, good morning. Actually, na-post ko na po dun sa chat box. Paano po kung re-enrollees po yung 7 enrolled members? Is that allowed po?
Titignan po natin kung ano itong re-enrollment na sinasabi kasi posibleng magre-re-enroll sila doon sa college mismo or masteral sila. Kasi meron po tayong sinasabi na covered na po yan as collegiate, 'di ba? Yung mga nagmamasteral, nakagraduate na sila sa kanilang college level degree pero sila ay nag-aral ulit, nag-take ng masteral or nag-law. Kung offered yung course na yun doon sa school na yun, titignan po ng COME yan kung pasok sila doon sa required enrolled collegiate members.
Okay po. So, hindi po siya automatic. Thank you po.
I-reiterate ko lang, na-raise din yan noong NEC meeting na if alumni ka na provisional status, hindi ka dapat mag-enrollan para maisama ka doon sa 7 enrolled.
Yes, kasi
Dapat
alumni.
legit, dapat legit na residente.
Kasi Sis Excel, yung tanong na yan, meron nga kasing nagsasabi na posibleng mag-re-enroll. Ang sinasabi kasi na pag alumni status ka na, like na-issuehan ka na ng alumni ID, hindi ka na pwedeng bumalik as collegiate member just because nag-enroll ka ulit. So hindi ka na collegiate pero alumni ka na nung chapter na yon, ng school na yon.
Iwasan niyo lang yung bagay na yun. Like, medyo chewy kasi siya. Kaya tuna, parang malakas na isda yan, di ba? Next naman natin yung baby.
Right, thanks for the there are similar questions posted sa chat box. There's just one comment from Brad Kurt Canyo, 23A Iota Upsilon. He has a concern about the recruitment. Brad Kurt, if you can sound off, unmute yourself and expound regarding sa question nyo sa recruitment.
Okay, thank you, Brad. So good morning, Brad says, regarding po sa recruitment, totoo po ba na first year, bawal yung first year, first sem? Kasi po, Iota Epsilon po, as Brad says, is maritime school, 3 years course lang po yun. Tapos, pag second sem po sila magsisimula, di na po sila siguro makakapag-service niyan sa chapter namin kasi pagdating po ng ng third year, busy na po yan. So totoo po ba yun?
Kasi nire-requirean po natin yung mga applicants for membership ng enrollment form ng 2 semesters bago sila maisama. 'Di ba tama Sis Excel? Kaya although wala naman po talaga tayong clear-cut na written policy on that, pero
Meron sis nasa EAPP na dapat
nagre-require po tayo ng enrollment form talaga na sila ay nakapag-aral, na they were already enrolled not only for that particular semester. Tama ba Sis Excel?
Yes sis.
Okay, kasi po yung mga legit naman po na nag-enroll yung yung mga first year dito sis, kasi di naman po siguro ganun kayaman yung mga estudyante dito sa Maritime School kasi private. Grabe naman po siguro pag magbabayad sila ng first sem para lang pumasok sa APO.
Oo.
Yun lang po.
Kaya nga Brad, kindly refer to the medyo off topic po yung tanong ninyo. Pero kindly refer to the EAPP para makita ninyo kung ano yung talagang requirements for recruitment of new members.
Okay, ma'am. Tsaka po ma'am, ito rin po, yung may Brad po kasi dito sa Negos na nag-chat po kay NP. Ito po, yung basahin ko lang po.
Nag-chat?
Nag-chat po siya kay, direct message po sa kay NP. So ito po, babasahin ko lang po yung wait lang po.
Does that have anything to do with the topic now, Brad, on amnesty? Kasi po kung wala po siya sa topic, pwedeng hindi natin i-discuss dito. We are pressed for time po kasi, Brad.
Okay, sige ma'am. Sige ma'am, sis, sorry po. Yan lang po kasi yung ano, para ma-clarify lang po kasi sa amin.
Brad Kurt, if you can chat that questions sa chat box natin, we'll be collating all the questions and we'll get back to these questions later on. Conscious of time, we have 15 more minutes to go. I'm not sure if si Brad Tito ay may question pa. Naka-raise pa po yung hand niyo, Brad Tito. Or,
Yes, brother po.
okay, go ahead.
Ano po, gusto ko po sana ma-update po ng requirements kasi ang nakapost dito is requirements po ng recognition of collegiate chapters. So how about the requirements of petitioning chapters before magkakaroon sila ng code po? Yun lang po. Thank you.
Brad, it was already Excel, di ba? You flashed that on screen kanina. You can access the requirements, Brad, doon sa Facebook page ng Committee on Membership. Nandoon po lahat ng guidelines, requirements for recognition of collegiate chapters, fraternity, amnesty on sorority, as well as life members po. Nandoon po lahat sa Facebook page ng APOCOME.
Thank you po, Sister.
Thank you. And with that, Sis Judge, I think wala na po tayong nag-raise ng hand. Any summary po or parting message before we end this session for today? And again, encouraging everyone to visit our the page, no, the Facebook page ng COME. Nandun po lahat ng vital information regarding the processes, the documents, recent issuances, etc. So, Sis Judge, back to you po for your parting message before we end the session po.
Yes. Maraming salamat, Brad Attorney Sherwin, for assisting us and helping us go through with this webinar. At maraming salamat din, Sis Excel, sa lahat ng mga members ng Team COME. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. And to all the participants today, thank you so much for joining. Mukhang overwhelming po ang ating response dito sa ating webinar na inorganize today. Hopefully po magkakaroon tayo ng round 2 as requested. I will just communicate with the regional directors if they would want to have a regional webinar sa kanila that will be attended by their BOUs. Para po lahat, this will be properly disseminated to everybody. But as of now, just an information to everyone that the uniform rules of procedure is already effective. We will already implement that. And then also the additional requirements for petitioning alumni associations. Sana po ay makipag-coordinate na lang po kayo sa ANCOS chair at sa ating National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Committee, si Brad Nemuyot. And doon sa gustong mag-attend ng EAPP, coordinate po kayo sa ating mga national collegiate officers for the schedule of the EAPPs sa inyong lugar. And also, itong amnesty po natin, sana po na-clarify din kayo through this webinar. And if you have additional questions, for those questions raised in our chat box, we will try our very best to address all of this para po malinawan po tayo at ma-implement natin ito ng maayos. Once again, thank you so much, everybody. Mabuhay po ang nag-iisang Alpha Phi Omega. May we always be. Let's have lunch already. Thank you po.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much, Sis Mitch.
Thank you po, May.
Dito pa po kayo.
Thank you, Judge.
Wait lang
Thank you,
po, wag
everyone,
muna kayong
brothers and
umalis.
sisters.
Everybody, wag muna kayong
Sis
umalis.
Excel, thank you.
Magka-class